Atlantic salmon fishing has always fascinated me and been a great part of my life. During the last 10 years, I have traveled around the world to learn more about this mysterious and majestic wild fish. This year, to celebrate Hooké's 10-year anniversary, I have decided to explore by canoe 3 new rivers, the Causapscal, the Patapedia, and the Restigouche, in search of maybe the biggest and wildest fish of my life. I've heard so many stories of the Causapscal River and its legendary run of big Atlantics. It flows right through the city of Causapscal, and every time I've driven by, I've seen people fish it. I've never fished this river, and it is a great privilege to share the river with a well-known guide named Guylain, who has been poling down the river for the past 25 years. For me, there's something extremely special about exploring a new river aboard a canoe. You get to see all the secret spots, all the pools, and have a different perspective on the river. For most anglers, the winter is extremely long, and this year that was the case for me. I had been waiting for this moment all my life. Finally, I was here on the Causapscal River, just moments away from swinging my first fly of the year in this mythical river.
Yes, j'ai vu! Yes, j'ai vu! C'est pas le même, ça! Allez, bébé, tu encore!
Yes, man!
Yes, man!
While I'm stumbling round with a spilling cup singing.
I couldn't be happier. That was the perfect way to start my season. I had just captured a nice fresh Atlantic on my first day of fishing of the year. The Causapscal River did not disappoint. It offered me an unforgettable day of fishing with the chance to connect with chrome fish. It also gave me the chance to learn more about poling a canoe downriver, which will come in handy since it is now time to hit the road for the Patapedia. The Patapedia River is a wild place like no other. Completely disconnected from civilization, me and Louis will go down the river for 3 days, trying to find some nice salmon.
Hey! Tu veux ça, man? Hey! Man, ça n'a aucun bon sens.
Merci la vie. There is nothing more rewarding than catching one of these wild salmon in one of the wildest rivers I had yet to fish. The rest of the trip went by so fast, I didn't even see the time fly. I guess that's what happens when you're isolated in nature. But the good thing was that I had one trip left, and that was on the Restigouche River, known as the Land of the Giants. It was like a dream come true. I just couldn't believe it. 10 years later, I was back on the Restigouche River, and the fishing conditions were perfect. I was now going upriver with my fishing guide Edgar, and he told me I was in for the fishing trip of a lifetime. He had seen the big salmon in the river, and now it was only up to me to cast the right fly at the right moment in the right place. And that's what Atlantic salmon fishing is all about.
Ça vient de mordre. Copper Killer, le shake. That's it, man, it's going! Yeah.
Atlantic salmon fishing is never easy. Everything needs to be aligned perfectly. The water condition, the flies, the line, the river. And that day on the Restigouche River, everything aligned itself for me to capture this 45-inch Atlantic salmon, the biggest one I had ever captured. The next morning, I was feeling way more relaxed, but something in the air told me there might still be a bigger fish out there.
La pointe, là. C'est vrai qu'il y a une pointe. Ouais, c'est ça, ouais. Yes, man!
I was getting really nervous because I couldn't move the fish. I knew I had a big salmon on the line,
man.
and probably a bigger one than yesterday. It was truly incredible. When Edgar put the salmon in the net, it didn't even fit. We needed to be two just to make sure the fish didn't get away.
Et ça, le saumon.
That's what Atlantic salmon fishing is all about. We work hard, we never give up, we keep on believing, and we don't exactly know what always brings us back. But for this time, the river rewarded me with a 48-inch salmon. I will never know why the river offered me such a magnificent fish, but I tell myself it's maybe because of everything we did for the Atlantic salmon and all the ones we released. But for me, now I take the time to say thank you to all of you who protect, release, and respect this wild fish, the Atlantic salmon. Maybe someday it will be your turn. The river will give back to you if you respect it. It's together we make change and progress, and it's together we need to keep protecting and releasing the wild Atlantic salmon.